Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyim La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawah, just coming at you with another quick lesson and praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this young lady that you see right here, she's trying to escape the madness, which is not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna be able to outrun the curses, man. But this is Shine My Crown, and it says influencer urges Americans to plan an exit, promotes Paraguay and Uruguay. If I'm pronouncing those right, I never really knew how to pronounce those. I think I might be on it, but I might not be, so don't, hit me over the head with it. Basically as tax havens for digitally wary. And it says social media influencer Summer Elise, known online as Summer's Exotics, is urging followers to prepare for what she calls the United States Armageddon. So our people have a zeal for Yahweh by Shemel Shah, but not according to knowledge, because America is circling the toilet so cold that everybody is starting to talk about really the downfall of this place. Because she even goes on to even mention the digital mark. It says, and to consider relocating to countries like Paraguay and Uruguay to preserve their financial and personal freedom. See, she's trying to carry on here. She doesn't understand that this is all going to be coming to an end soon. You can try and run, you can try and escape. You're not going to outrun those curses. Deuteronomy chapter 28 talks about how they will overtake us. And you're not going to outrun those curses. You can go over there if you want to, and it'll only probably end even worse for your ass. Okay, but it says in recent Instagram posts and accompanying videos, Elise shared what she described as just brushing the surface of her strategy for life outside the U.S. She told her audience that people who refuse to accept the digital mark, what's the digital mark? That mark of the Beauty and the Beast. That microchip. See, people know. And it's crazy that you have Israelite Hebrew camps that's not touching on this, man, and not letting their congregations know the very things that regular people are walking around talking about. It says a phrase often associated with online conspiracy theories about future surveillance systems should start planning now to live somewhere they can grow their own food freely. Now, when she mentioned these particular places, now we know Uruguay. That is pretty much Colombia, Asher, the tribe of Asher area, Colombia, Uruguay, the Incas, right? So these are Israelites. So you're still about to go amongst Israelites. You know what I'm saying? It's under the curses as well. You're not going to escape what's to come to this place, man. We're going to have to go through it, and it's all on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai as to whether or not we're going to be saved through this thing. It just is what it is, man. Let me see. I'm trying to see if the rest of this is going to pop up. It's kind of moving a little slow here. Here we go. Let me see here. Let me move up a little bit more. Salakia, y'all. It's kind of, how them shit just be reloading and reloading and reloading. But yeah, she got a look of distress on her face too, though. Yeah, you can try and get away from here all you want to, man. It says, while Elise's tone was lighthearted at times, her message taps into a growing online movement, one in which influencers blend financial advice, prepper culture, and skepticism about government digital tracking into relocation guidance for the delusioned Americans. I'm not going to be able to get away from it, man. As a matter of fact, let's get the digital he's talking about really, really fast. We'll jump back into it. Because our people, again, they have a zeal for Yahweh, Mashem Yahushai. And she probably done heard some Hebrew Israelites. I'm willing to bet you. She done heard some Hebrew Israelites speaking, man. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This is what she's talking about, the digital mark. That's gonna be a computer chip underneath the skin, man. You're either your in your hands or in your forehead. Hell, if you don't have no arms, hands, if you're an amputee, if your legs is cut off, they're gonna put that shit somewhere. And mainly in your head if you still got your damn head. Which you're gonna have to have your head to live. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to do anything out here in society without this man's mark. And they're already putting together, man, they doing all kinds of shit right now. Putting together concentration camps for the homeless. What do you think they're going to do to those people, man? Universal basic income. A bunch of the brothers been going in on that. They're trying to come up with that China system, you know what I'm saying, where, hey, they can pretty much surveil you from anywhere because you got license plate readers all over the place, cameras all over the fucking place. They using Ring doorbell to run your ass down. Your car information, as far as like if you got a newer car, your car can actually spy on you and tell them where you've been and what you've been doing, and microphones on your damn phones, your camera on your phone, your camera and all that shit on your TV, your smart appliances. So all these things are happening, man. So it's no way around it. It has to happen because it's prophetic. Because the Lord's word will not return to him void, man. That word is going to come through. So verse 18 it says, "Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding account the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636." And everything is barcoded. Everything is already on a digital system and scale. Everything is ran through computerized. Their robots is taking over shit. Damn AI is taking over shit. Jobs are not out there like how they used to be. And she's trying to escape, but it's not going to work. The only thing that she can do is, let's get this real quick. She needs to come under a man of Yahweh by Shemel Shai, man. And that's the only thing that can really happen for her. Let me see here. 1 Timothy 2:15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So there comes there's a prerequisite to that. She has to be continuing in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, which again, she may have. I'm pretty certain she's come across the Hebrew Israelites. I'm pretty certain of that. I can't say that she hasn't or has, but this truth is going too far out to, for people to be talking like how she's talking, to actually not know these things, man. Let's just go back into it. Salakia, bear with me here. That is phone, man. This fucking iPhone. Salakia. So she says, if you're not taking the digital mark, then plan your options now to live somewhere you can grow your own food freely, she wrote. Paraguay and Uruguay do not enforce taxes on foreign income no matter how much you earn. She went on to highlight that both nations allow foreigners to buy land freely without citizenship or permanent residency, and that their passports are ranked in the top 25. Yeah, see, you going there with Esau shit. You going there with Esau's passport. Paraguay, you just need to prove that you have $5,000 income from the U.S. and you can apply for temporary residency. Uruguay is $1,500. After 3 years, you can apply for citizenship. No marriage required. So she's trying to 3 years. We're praying we're not here in 3 years. Shit. Elisa's advice lands in a cultural moment where remote work, political polarization, and anxiety about technology have made expat life a modern fantasy for many Americans. Her followers, mostly digital entrepreneurs and wellness enthusiasts, appear intrigued by the mix of tax freedom, self sufficiency, and personal sovereignty she promotes. See, they don't understand that the Lord has come to take down all these kingdoms, man. Some praise her for thinking ahead, while others question the practicality and legality of her approach to business trust and offshore income. Her claim that individuals should turn their remote businesses over to a trust and operate as both employee and trustee echoes tactics used by some offshore finance strategists to reduce tax exposure. However, such moves can trigger scrutiny from tax authorities if not structured lawfully. Okay, experts caution that tax free promises abroad rarely tell the full story, while Paraguay and Uruguay both offer favorable tax regimens, residency rules, and low thresholds for income proof. They still require compliance with U.S. tax laws for American citizens. Yet, why? Because Esau got his goddamn hand all over the place. He's the spider. He's got a spider web. He's like the octopus, man. He's got his tentacles all over the planet, man. So you thinking you going and getting there and getting away? What you're not understanding is that U.S. got some control over that shit too. Everywhere, Esau, he's running everything, man. Who are taxed on global income regardless of residency. And it's crazy that lets you know too that you're still in captivity, because you have to actually deal with these Edomites here in the Americas to actually even try and make a move to even get the fuck away from here. They still want to cut. No matter where you go, they still like, nope, you belong to us. Goddamn it, you're gonna pay us some taxes no matter where the fuck you go. I don't care if you move to the moon. Summer releases post reflects a larger social trend among younger, internet savvy Americans, the idea of maintaining an escape plan, not through political rebellion or protest, but through financial migration. Well, there is no escape plan from Yahweh Bashim Shai. It's like you running from the Lord. Where you think you're going? You're not going nowhere. You can go into the depths of hell. You can go into space. You're not getting away from the Lord. You're not getting away from these curses, man. This new wave of digital age expats isn't necessarily fleeing in panic. Many, like Elise, are seeking autonomy in an increasingly centralized and digitalized world, one where privacy, taxes, and cost of living feel like battles of control. Her content may sound extreme to some, but it resonates with a growing audience who see mobility as the ultimate safety net. Whether motivated by distrust, practicality, or the pursuit of freedom, these voices are reframing global migration not as last resort, but as a lifestyle hedge against uncertainty. And that's pretty much about what's going on out here, man. But you're still Jake. See, these Edomites, they can do shit like that. They can get out here, they can run for their lives, and even some of them not gonna fare well, but they have a better chance of faring well than your ass. You niggas trying to go places, because anywhere you go, and they know that you coming from America, and they know that you a so-called black person, especially Judites, black men, black women. They don't want nothing to do with you wherever you go, because they see social media and how you act. You have to factor all that stuff in. They're going to treat you a certain way just because of, and you may not be that way. You may be well-mannered, never twerked in your life, never, showed your ass like that, that you probably dress modestly. But these people don't care about that. They're going to see you because the curses are on you. Them curses are following our people, man. You're not going to be able to escape those curses, man. Deuteronomy chapter 28, man. They're going to follow your ass all the way to the grave. One of the elders said the curses got a goddamn GPS tracking system on GPS tracking system on Jake, man. You're not going to get away from these curses, man. And it sounds good. It sounds beautiful. But guess what? Where's her husband? This is her making decisions, from what I'm seeing. I'm not sure. She may have a significant other. But sounds like to me she's just making plans on her own, which is what the so-called black women be doing. Like, you need a fucking man. We just brought it out in 1 Timothy that you're only going to be saved through this thing through childbearing, man, of a man of the Lord. And that's it. So other than that, your ass is doomed. You're just going to be, and I was listening to the apostles today. He actually said the same thing Well, he mentioned something that was that kind of stood with me and stuff. Earlier today, I was listening to the beloved Apostle Tahar, and he was talking about how you might get out of the country just for a little bit, and the Lord get your ass right back here just the day before missiles hit. Because for us, as far as Judites, the one pretty much overall Israelites that's here in the Americas, hey man, if you don't get out of here and escape through the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua being beamed up and out of this place just in the nick of time, your ass is gonna get that business right here in the Americas. You're gonna be as the apostle said. Oh man. Yeah, what did he say? I think he said it was a hellfire missile. Yeah, you're gonna catch a missile, man. You're gonna be here for that missile. And see, she just see a person like this, you can see on her face that she's worried. She got that look of worry. And she can get over there, lose everything, and then right on her way back here, the Lord will leave her with just enough money to get back here, just enough time to catch that missile, man. If she's not under the guidance of a man of the Lord, man, and her household being saved through that man. So the men of the Lord, man, are gonna be, matter of fact, already are super important, but gonna be even more important in that day. So you got this. This is this channel, Shine My Crown. You can see the logo. It's some afro-haired chick with some goddamn crown on her head, like she's just that shit. And you see a lot of these stories with these prideful ass black women, and they're just gonna get that demise, man. Like you can clearly see, like a new kind of digital exodus. No, you ain't going nowhere, because Esau got his hands on everything. The very system you're trying to escape, he owns that shit. He owns the money. He owns the resources. He got his hands on everything. The Lord has given him the whole kingdom. This is his kingdom. You not going nowhere, nigga woman. It just is what it is, man. So I'm gonna end out there with just something that I seen. And again, where she's talking about going, it's pretty much Colombia, so to speak, which that is the tribe of Asher, basically, man. You're not getting away from these curses, man. You take your ass over there if you want to. And if anything, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get treated roughly. You're going to be trying to get your ass back here. The Lord going to get you back here. And if you're not situated under one of these men of the Lord, your ass is going to be demolished with one of them thermonuclear missiles, man. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Sha'Allah and the Bubble Ball.